everybody, and welcome back to another video with the Lecture Soul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual girl putting everybody on alongside a whole lot of other things. But today in this video, y'all, and yes, I changed the B word to girl because I'm a baby girl, alright? But what we are going to be confidently discussing today is staying inspired while manifesting, because I do entirely understand where the energy of feeling unfulfilled or as though, you can't keep up with your desires does kick in. Like, I know for myself, because I have been there myself within my own manifestation journey. In the past, I've felt the energy of not feeling totally encouraged to continue manifesting what I want, and it usually stemmed from insecurity. It would stem from not feeling motivated enough, or maybe just feeling discouraged overall. Maybe I felt like I couldn't manifest what I wanted, even though of course I know I always can. And with that being said, I want you guys to always feel inspired and motivated to continue manifesting what you want, especially if you know that you got this in the bag, like you feel it in your heart. Because I know that we all know that we feel for ourselves that when we want something and we really have our intentions set on that thing, we can feel that that thing is genuinely meant for us. And if we decide on something in that way where something is really meant for us just like that because we said so, I feel like we shouldn't give up on that thing regardless of anything else going on around us. Being strong-minded and being strong and being confident and secure in your desire manifesting, I feel, are definitely key points, key ways to be feeling as you are manifesting what you want. Because again, the last thing that you would want for yourself is for you to decide on something that you do want to have and then you give up on it because you feel like you can't do it, when of course you absolutely can. This is very important, guys, because as a conscious manifestor myself, I know that it took me a lot to be able to really channel the successful energy within myself to maintain feeling as though I can manifest what I want, which is exactly how I got to this point of continuously manifesting what I want whenever I want at all times because I can, and it always works out for me because I said so, and that's it. It's never anything that I'm going to let myself feel uninspired about, because I know that I'm the most powerful source and link, and if I know that about myself, then I really do just have to be strong enough to actually take action upon that and to manifest what I want accordingly, regardless of anything else going on around me. So me staying inspired on my own law of assumption / manifestation journey is entirely my choice. Like, I have to keep up with that myself, and that again is something that I learned to consciously do over the years, because there was a point where it was either I give up on all of these things and I stop manifesting consciously once and for all, or I can get it together, grow my confidence, and really keep on going as I continue to manifest what I want. And I chose that option because of course I always wanted what I wanted, and I never wanted to feel like I gave up on something that I always knew was a part of who I was. Now, with that being said, guys, I truly intend from the bottom of my heart that this video helps you out to the most of its ability, which I truly intend that it will, because I'm setting the intention, period. And because I have genuine confidence in myself, I know that that is manifested already. So I truly intend that you keep yourself motivated and truly inspired as you manifest what you want and what you will. So as I lay out the options that you can take into consideration as you manifest what you want, I want you guys to really practice what it is to be inspired on your law of assumption journey, okay? This is entirely a choice that you make, but you gotta make the choice and you gotta continue making that choice so that that can always manifest for you in the form of success, because that's exactly what it's doing. You said so, it's done, and it absolutely is, because why wouldn't it be? This is your life, never settle for less. No matter what the case or tea is, you are always number one within your reality, so never give up on yourself, especially when you know that you got it in you to keep on going strong. Sometimes we just need a push of motivation, but with that push of motivation, we got it, all right? So stay centered and stay focused. You all 110% got this. Now, with that being said, y'all, let's get started with the video right now so that we can get to talking about staying inspired while on your law of assumption journey, guys, all right? And so here, the first option that I have that you can take into consideration as you choose to be inspired on your law of assumption journey is to begin or to continue reading success stories that actually fulfill you and your soul all the way through. I do feel like personally, success stories are definitely very inspiring. Of course, depending on the kind of mindset that you have, success stories can really motivate you to continue on strong, because once you see that other people around you are actually consciously manifesting what you say that you have for yourself, it feels like it's impossible that you wouldn't have the same. If you see for yourself that somebody else has a success story regarding manifesting your desired car, or a car that's similar to it, or just a car in general, reading that success story will definitely motivate you to continue on strong within you manifesting this car. Because again, if you see somebody else doing it, it can definitely inspire you in all of the right ways. And I know that for myself, I definitely have found a lot of success stories that I felt like resonated with me. And when I say resonated with me, I mean like I read success stories that I felt really touched my heart and my soul. Of course, all of of them are very inspiring and there's no difference between one success story and another, but for me personally, I'm not a huge success story reader just because I like to stay focused on my own success stories, I guess you can say. But whenever I do see another person's success story, it definitely does give me a huge kick within my heart and my soul, because it really does make me feel like if that person can do it, then so can I, you know? And I will also say as a side note that if you feel like you are somebody who you need to work on your self-concept a little bit and you feel kind of in lack or anything regarding the law of assumption or conscious manifesting, I want you guys to not lean on these success stories in the way that you feel as though these success stories make you feel like you're less than what you are, because of course that's never true and that's never going to be the case for you. But you all know what I'm trying to say. You know, some people feel like they compare themselves when they read success stories and they never feel like they're enough to manifest what they want, because how could that person have manifested it but I still didn't, you know? That's never the mindset to have, especially for a person as powerful as yourself. And I highly recommend that as you are manifesting what you want and what you will, reading up on success stories that do satisfy you, make you feel fulfilled, confident, powerful. These are key points to take with you as you continue to succeed on your law of assumption journey, and so that you really do feel inspired as you read success stories, not like you're less or anything else. It is always only up from here. Remember this, guys, and never sleep on the power of success stories. All right, guys, I literally just posted 2 videos, a part 1 and part 2, regarding reading your success stories. So of course, if you do want to check that out, I'll put it up here so that you guys can check it out. But stay positively inspired and don't worry about the rest. You know, the world is yours. There's nothing to worry about here. Everything that you're saying is yours is definitely yours. And sometimes other people have that to prove to you, and then you can take that with you and manifest the rest of the world because you feel that inspired to, and that's it. Because why shouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? This is your life. That's it. The next source of inspiration that I do feel like you guys can take with yourselves on your law of assumption journey is to strictly and literally just remind yourself of how much you want your desire, and remember the feeling of knowing that that desire belongs to you, that it is already yours, that it is everything that you're saying that it is, and that you have already manifested it. Because upon you reflecting on how much you want your desire, sometimes, and honestly no, most times, it really does kick us into striving after that desire. It makes us feel as though, what did we ever give up for? You know, we're gonna keep on going strong because if we say that we have this thing, then we do. And like I stated, that's sometimes what we need in order for us to just continue on strong in the direction of that, is for us to remind ourselves of how much we actually want what we want, and that we shouldn't settle for less because we forgot about our desire because we feel like we can't get it, you know? I need you all to remind yourselves, of course, if you do still want your desire, like you feel it in your heart, of how much you actually wanted that thing at one point, and remind yourself of why you gave up on it. Did you give up on it because you manifested something better? In that case, that's totally different. But if the other case is that you forgot about it because you just felt like you couldn't do it and you just, whatever, put it to the side, that's a little bit different because, you know, you didn't give yourself the proper credit. You didn't let yourself fully believe that you can do this, that you can manifest this, and you kind of, again, gave up on it, when in reality, you know how much you wanted that thing. So get up and keep it pushing, girl. Like, what are you stopping for? You feel me? I know that for myself, this was definitely an enormous thing that actually kept me going. Was that anytime that I felt like I was falling off with a desire where I felt as though, oh, I might as well put it on the back burner because I haven't manifested it, I would remind myself that if I wanted it that much for a reason at the start, then I have to keep on going. You know, I have to continue to cater to that feeling because I wanted it, again, for a reason, and I just have to keep on going. I wasn't gonna let myself give up. And I'm really thankful that I never did. Even if I did take little breaks like that, I always came back to it because I knew of the power that I had and how much my high self-concept was definitely catering to that desire, so I shouldn't give up on it for anything else. It's really about keeping yourself inspired here, and that's really the biggest point within this source of inspiration. You are your biggest asset and your biggest cheerleader, and you gotta keep it pushing upwards from here, especially if you know that you want what you want as much as you say that you do, which you definitely do. So you should definitely manifest it. It is as simple as that, but be confident in that always, and remind yourself of that always. Now, another way here to keep yourself inspired while manifesting what you want is honestly to speak to somebody else who is on the law of assumption journey, somebody else within your life or even online, or somebody that you trust overall that knows about what you're talking about when it comes to the law of assumption, whether it be a best friend, a family member, whatever, anybody from your life that you feel as though does understand what it is to consciously manifest what they want. Sometimes speaking to these people and reminding yourself of how far you've come and how you should continue on strong long will really place you right back into the energy of continuing to manifest what you want. And again, I've done this for myself plenty of times. This one right here is honestly one of the biggest things that I've done, especially when it came to my sisters. Like anytime that I felt as though I couldn't manifest what I wanted, my sisters would always remind me, girl, you got what you want, stop tripping. And just like that, like hearing them say that really just made me understand that I do have what I want and that I shouldn't stop for anything, even if I felt like I couldn't do it. At the end of the day, no matter how insecure I felt at one point regarding manifesting my desire, I knew that I would have backup in the way that these people were still in the state of mind of having a high self-concept, of being fulfilled within their desires. So upon them feeling that positively, I knew that me having a conversation with them would definitely transmit that energy over to myself as well. You know, laughter is contagious, so is good energy. Positivity is very contagious. And me choosing to speak to my sisters about the way that I felt if I ever felt unfulfilled, they would just correct my mindset, remind me of what I got going on, and it would honestly truly inspire me to just keep on going. Because even prior to me speaking to them about the way that I felt and all that stuff, I remember thinking to myself, if I tell them how I feel, they're definitely gonna push me right back into the state of mind. And they always did, and they even still do. Even if there's like a twinge of doubt or anything like that, I never let myself linger there because they always kick me right back into action. You know, I'm not gonna stop for anyone, for anything, and they have shown me to do that for myself. And of course, if you have anyone in your life that you can confide in this way, please do what you have to do to communicate the way that you're feeling with them so that they can help you in whatever way that they can. And believe me, if you're actually listening and you truly do want a solution at the end of your conversation, you will definitely manifest that. And it honestly is you manifesting, continuing to manifest what you want. You know, like you're manifesting that you continue. So do that. You feel me? Have trust and confidence in yourself. You can 110% do this. I believe in you all the way through. And it really does work, guys. Believe me. Like I said, it really does. One of my favorite things to do, especially when it's with someone that you trust. The most important thing. As a Capricorn, I don't play about that. All right. Now I have my last 2 points of inspiration that I'm going to be sharing with you all. Okay. So the first thing of the 2 is to continue affirming for what you want. Because believe it or not, if you feel as though you're not confident enough to manifest what you want right now, like you need to feel re-inspired, affirming to yourself that you have what you want is an enormous, great reminder that, wait a minute, I'm still getting what I want because I already do have what I want. And honestly, guys, if you ever do feel uninspired in general while you are manifesting what you want, it probably has something to do with the way that you don't feel like you are in the mindset or the state of having what you want. So in this case, you might feel like you've fallen off with your desire. Like I stated before, you feel as though you haven't really been thinking about your desire too much, and especially you haven't been affirming it to yourself in the way that your mindset just thinks about your desire as yours already. I want you all to know that with affirmations, what affirmations basically do is that they rewire your subconscious so that when you do think about your desire, it's like default, just like that you know that you have that thing. So if you are manifesting a new dog, for example, if you keep telling yourself that you have a new dog already and you love your new dog and your whole world revolves around this new dog that you have and that your dog loves you so much, all that great stuff, then that dog, even if they're not physically there, you know that they're there, so then it manifests in the form of physicality. You end up physically receiving this dog, and when you do receive that dog, because you were so firm in the fact that you do have it, or you did have it already, receiving that dog will literally feel like, yeah, I already knew that I had this dog, so it's not even like a big deal to you. And even if it is a big deal to you, that doesn't matter. The whole point is that you knew that you had this dog to begin with because you claimed that for yourself. And how you claimed that to yourself is through affirmations that you were saying to yourself, which only fulfilled you even more in keeping you inspired on the fact that you do have this desire bagged in your very highest favor. So as you all can see here with affirmations, I definitely do recommend them to people who have a lower self-concept, because when I had a lower self-concept, I was affirming a lot. Now I don't really affirm to myself at all anymore. Like I don't sit around and robotically affirm, or even just affirm in the way that I state affirmations to myself repetitively. I literally just claim that I have that thing in my mind and then it manifests. But you see, for myself, that's all that I need. So if you for yourself feel like you need more pep in your step to feel motivated and inspired as you manifest what you want, then I do highly recommend turning to affirmations to keep you going in that way. Depending on what your desire is, you choose affirmations regarding that desire so that you can continue to affirm in favor of that desire so that you can feel motivated and inspired as you are manifesting that desire. Okay, you see even right here, this cat is very loving. I've always wanted a cat that was very loving. My other cats are not going to sit in your lap like this and purr just like he's doing right now. So in the past, what I would do for myself is that I would simply state to myself that I had a cat that was very cuddly, would always purr, very loving, would sit in your lap, and I literally did manifest that. And I manifested that by affirming to myself, which kept me inspired in the fact that that would definitely be mine because it already was, you know? And then it manifested, and that's it. You see, like literally affirming definitely does keep you in that direction, but it is entirely up to you and how you want to go about it. But believe me guys, it does work if you let it. Now, my last way of keeping yourself inspired as you manifest what you want is by visualizing and scripting what you want. Of course, depending on the person that you are, because I do know that not everybody can visualize, but everybody can script, right? What I want you guys to do is that if you want to keep yourself inspired, which I highly recommend that you do, is that you crank out your journal and you start writing down exactly how that desire makes you feel in the way that it fulfills you in every single way, shape, and form. That desire makes you feel like you are on top of the world. You visualize on that desire, you see yourself having it, you can feel it, you love the energy that surrounds you as you think, write, or visualize your desire. These are all key things to do for you to stay inspired as you are manifesting what you want, because believe me guys, when you actually do see yourself having what you want or writing it down as though it is real, like you are actually living in a reality where I have this thing, it makes you feel so good and so inspired and motivated to continue on strong in the direction of manifesting that thing. Because I mean, how could you not? Especially when you're seeing yourself have it, when you're writing it down, like in this present day, I do have this thing right now. I mean, that is an amazing feeling. And don't be lazy about this, guys. You know, like don't purposely not crack out your journal or visualize because you've given up. If you want to stay inspired, you got to stay inspired. So get to writing, baby girl, get to visualizing, get to being creative with it, because it's all going to help you stay inspired as you continue again to manifest what you want. And if you really do want what you want, then you're gonna keep doing what you have to do to manifest it. You know, if you don't want what you want, that is entirely different, because some people literally don't want what they want bad enough. But I know that for you and I, we want what we want bad enough, and we're gonna get that thing because we said so, and that is it. And so I highly recommend that you continue on strong in the direction of keeping yourself inspired, because everything that you're saying is yours is 110% yours because you said so, and that is it. And I really do refuse to see y'all settle for less, especially because I myself kept myself inspired. And if I kept myself inspired, then you have no reason to not keep yourself inspired, especially if you're claiming that you want what you want as much as you say that you do. If you're that serious about it, you're gonna do what you have to do to keep up with it. So guys, take my suggestions seriously, which I know that you all definitely will, because of course you're just like me, you feel me, ambitious, motivated, positive, gonna get you what you want, and powerful, confident, beautiful, everything. So let's keep it pushing, baby girl, like only up from here, no less than that. And if I'm saying that this works, then it works. Believe me guys, I'm not gonna sit here and cap to y'all for nothing, okay? I'm saying these things because it works. Just try it, and I promise you will see results. I promise on everything. You will see results, guys. Seriously, you definitely will. All right. So with that being said, angels, my God, that's basically it for my video today. That was so much fun to film. I love filling in on ways for you all to stay inspired and motivated, because that is like my calling. I love to keep people inspired and motivated, and that's exactly what we're doing and manifesting today. So I truly intend, again, like I stated at the beginning of the video, that this video helps you out to the most of its ability, which I know that it definitely did. I want you guys to keep on going strong and to continue believing in yourself all the way through. I love you all too much to see y'all settle for less. I really do. And I really do love y'all. Thank y'all so much again for watching today. You guys mean the world to me. I'm so blessed and grateful and thankful that you all are here for me, listening to me, watching me, learning from me, staying inspired by me. Just keep on doing what you're doing. I love the motivation that y'all got going on. Of course, you're getting what you want because it is already got, because we both said so. That's it. All right, my love? All right, perfect. Okay, so with that being said, I will see y'all next Thursday for another video. Thank you guys so much again for watching more than anything. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. May God bless you all always. Please take care, everyone, okay? And continue staying inspired as you continue to manifest what you want and what you will. God bless you guys. Bye. You can't settle for less here. Nope, not here. As you are manifesting all that you want, staying inspired is a must, and that is exactly what you're doing, because why wouldn't you? I refuse to see y'all settle for less, and especially because you want what you want as much as you say that you do. How could you ever let yourself fall off from manifesting what you want when you know that you deserve what you want, because you absolutely do? Staying inspired is a choice, okay? It is a choice where you choose to continue on with ambition to get what you want at the end of each and every single day. And as beings as powerful as ourselves, there is no other option but for us to continue on strong with inspiration, bro. Like, I'm so serious. Don't let up for anyone or for anything. I don't care what anyone or anything has told you. I don't care what you think. I don't care anything, bro. Keep on going strong with what you want. And I promise you that if you want that thing bad enough, it will manifest, because it has already manifested for you. As somebody who has done that exact thing for herself, I can tell you all with confidence that this is the truth. I'm so serious, guys. This is the exact truth, because I've done it for myself. And if I myself have made it this far, somebody who had so many fears, worries and concerns, doubts, self-deprecation, low self-concept, insecurities, as much as I did, and I still made it to this point, then you have no excuse. You literally don't. I don't want to hear it. So keep on going strong. Never give up for anything. I believe in you all way too much for less. I'm so serious. I'm being dead ass, all right? Listen to me all the way through. All right, my love? Thank you. Okay, I love you guys more than anything. I really do. I say this because I love y'all. I want you to stay inspired. So please stay inspired, because you can. That's it. All right, my love? All right then. Period. Just like that. That's it. May God bless you all always again. Please take care, everyone. Love y'all more than anything. I will speak to y'all very soon, but stay inspired all the way through. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm watching y'all, actually. I'm right there watching. Believe me, I most definitely am. That inspiration continues to be all yours. God bless y'all. Bye.